Take the chance. Take the chance and roll the dice. Have you rolled the dice? I was so excited because I got these yesterday, and I love fun earrings. And these are so fun because it's dice. It's like take the chance, take a gamble, play the game. And so I bought these intentionally just because they're cute. I like these objects, especially because my hair is took a vacation for an extended amount of time. And so I love earrings. However, these are so cute. And I thought, yeah, it's a nice reminder of taking a chance. Like taking a chance. And how often we just don't. How often we just go along with whatever life has in front of us. Even though we dread it. Even though it's not what you want. For you to take the chance. In fact, you won't even have the thought to take the chance. Because that thought outside of what you've been used to doing is not even there. It doesn't even have a space to exist. So to take the chance and to consciously be aware that every day is a new chance. Every day is a new chance to roll the dice or say what great things can happen. What can I bring out of this day? How can I make this day that day? How about I just feel like it's going to be that day? And being present. Being present. And I remember putting them on and physically saying like, yeah, take the chance. Why not? Roll 'em smoky, like from one of those films. Roll them smoky, lucky 7. And they're like not hollow. They're actually a pretty good weight. And it's a reminder to take the chance. Every day is a chance. Life is a chance. Every time you just decide to say yes, that's a chance. And deciding to say yes is something I speak about all the time. Deciding to say yes. Because you may be in a state of just saying no. And how that change of just saying yes. Just saying yes. Instead of no, I won't go, yes, and I'll have a great time. Just saying yes. Yes to something new. Taking the chance and saying yes to something new. And consciously reminding yourself that it's all a chance. All of this is a chance. However, if it works, you can hold the belief that you can rig the chances in your favor by just thinking you can do it. Instead of automatically believing you can't, use that same thought and just believe you can. It's just that easy. Instead of me automatically saying, I can't do that. No, I can do that. What would that feel like for me to do that? What does that feel like? What would that look like afterwards? How would I change like that thought instead of I just can't? Well, it's the same thing. It's just a thought. It hasn't been proven either way. So even having that thought may lead to a different outcome. It's still unknown. However, just the choice to say yes to that thought instead of no. Instead of I'm automatically less than. Just think I'm automatically just, yeah, I'll just try. I don't have to be less or more, but I will try. Because I'm one of the first on the dance floor. I am that person. I will run out and dance because I love to dance, especially, you out somewhere, you gotta get down. Plus, just the chance to dance. Dancing is euphoric, and it makes you feel good, and you hear the music and you're having fun, even if you can't dance. Like, I have a family member, I say they dance for the fun of dancing. It's definitely not for coordination or skill. So what? The fact, hey, what's up, Cindy? The fact that they're dancing because they love to dance, it's even changing that focus. They know they can't dance, so they just dance for the fun of dancing, not the technical side. It doesn't matter why you are, it's the fact that you are. And this is why I love being on the dance floor first and usually last. But most of the time, when I run out to the dance floor, I just see people looking and wishing they would. And the only reason why they won't is because their perceived fear of what everyone else will think about them dancing first. That will keep you from dancing. Why? Why? Why does it matter what someone thinks? Number one. Number two, they probably aren't thinking about that. More than likely, they're thinking about themselves. People aren't thinking about you. This is why I said my father told me, very old school, 1947, like, type of man. He said, Hope, no one cares about you except me and your mother. And I thought, that's slightly toxic. However, I get it. So people aren't thinking about you. If you want to dance, go and dance. The thought of, oh my gosh, I don't want to be the first. They'll look at me. My stomach doesn't look good. These shoes don't fit. This dress isn't what I want it to wear. I don't want people. No one's thinking that. You're thinking that. You're thinking that they're thinking that. They're not thinking that. They're thinking, I want another drink. They don't even care about you. They don't even know that that's a thought that you hold. Dance. Just that fear of embarrassment. Embarrassment is really your perception of what you believe something outside of you thinks of you. And having that prevent you from, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to stutter when I talk. So because other people don't like it. Well, so what? You may have to just speak more to find the method for the solution. But I'm always going to dance first. Come on. I'm always going to dance first. Embarrassment rolls off. Like embarrassment, just like the rooster, is not a factor to prevent me from anything. I don't feel embarrassed. Again, that's a perception of what I think others are thinking of me. No, I don't get embarrassed. In fact, I prefer to have the story. If someone fears embarrassment, great, because I don't care about that. I want the story. I want to be able to tell the story instead of saying, oh, I was going to do it, but I was so embarrassed, so I didn't. That's not the story I'll have. I'll have the story. So I will complete it. I will do it. I will be the first to dance or jump off a cliff. I don't know. But you just got to roll the dice to see. You have to roll the dice. And I got these at the same shop that I got my cute boba earrings. Where on my live yesterday, I matched my earrings to my taro boba milk tea. And it was amazing. And that little shop was really cute. However, I took a lot of chances today, purposely, because of the earrings. So maybe these are similar to the traveling story pants or something like that. I was just conscious to take a choice. So the first choice, I had some intentions on completing some projects, and I was led to like go play, go outside, go on the bike, get some air, which I did. And again, I was being nudged in places I typically wouldn't go. I wouldn't go get tea. I love the act of making tea at home. I love selecting the tea, using other herbs or leaves, because I make tea out of all of the leaves from the trees that surround my home. So soursop and mango leaf tea and some others. However, I love putting it together and making my own tea. But there was a nudge towards go to the coffee house. So I hopped on my bike and went, and I love riding my bike because it's so much fun. And I like to just feel the wind, and I love everything about it. It reminds me of me being like 12 and on my bike, against the world. Like I would ride my bike to school. I would ride it home from school. I would ride my bike with my friend David. And I remember, maybe I was 3 or 4. Yes, definitely always present, especially while I'm on my bike. My dad would take a bike ride and he would put me in that cute little carrier. And I see this picture of me in those 80s puffer jackets, like smiling bright, because I was on the bike with my dad in the little seat and he was biking, and I loved it. It made me so happy when I was on the bike with my dad. So when I bike, I feel all of these great emotions, and I love being on my bike. And now I don't take my headphones because, yes, to be present, to actually listen. I'm grateful that I live here in Hawaii, and there's beautiful bird song and so much nature. So when I'm open to listening, it's beautiful. Thank you. And so I was nudged towards the coffee house, which I don't even drink coffee, but however, I parked my bike. Thank you. Yeah, I've done it. I have, and thank you for that. That is a kind word of encouragement. So I locked my bike and walked towards the coffee house. And as I was walking, I actually saw someone that I had met. And I said, hey. The person said, hey. And I said, hey, I'm going to grab a tea. Would you like a hot drink? I would love to treat you to like a tea ceremony if you would like a tea or a coffee. And the person said, you know what, that's kind of you, sure. Because how often do you just sit and really presently have a ceremony such as that? Coffee ceremony, tea ceremony. It's still just a ceremony of some sort. So you're enjoying a warm drink with a friend, or you're just enjoying something with a friend. And as we sat, we walked in, we sat our bags that we had brought, and we walked in. Now, I always drink tea because I'm not a consumer of coffee occasionally, but I get the shakes. Like I already have so much energy. Coffee, it's like takes me over the top. So I love my tea, and I've always loved my tea. My mother would drink Constant Compliment from Bigelow really hot, or the orange pico. She would always have a nice hot cup of tea. And that's where I remember tea. Then after living in London, I was solidified with my tea often, many times a day. So the person I was with didn't know what to order. They wanted something kind of sweet and different. And they didn't know what they wanted. They hadn't tasted any of the drinks really. So I suggested a heated white chocolate and macadamia, like coconut foam cold brew. Something. It sounded delicious, but heated. And the barista said, oh, well, if it comes out bad. I said, wait, you stop. First of all, it won't come out bad because it's you. It's you. You're going to make it the most amazing way. So that's not an option. So we can cut that, right? Second option is he hasn't tasted it anyway. So even if you say it came out bad, he doesn't even know what good is. He hasn't tasted the drink. So you're going to win either way. The fact that you allow that opinion of when it goes bad, it won't. Why would it? He doesn't even know what he's about to taste. He's going to love it. Period. So he laughed. He said, oh, okay. And I said, I believe in you. I know you can do this. I know you can take this cold brew and make it a non-cold, not hot, but a tepid brew with white chocolate and macadamia nut coconut cream or something. It sounded delicious. And so the barista made it. And when he received it, the barista said to my friend, okay, you have to, like, before you walk out, just taste it. I want to see your reaction. So my friend said, okay, wow, this is real. Whoa, this is really good. I've never tasted any. Of course you've never tasted anything like that before. Of course. That's why you love it. But unless you thought of that, like, he's never tasted it, so he just doesn't know what good or bad is. You can mess up on the drink and it would still be good because he doesn't know what to characterize the taste with. And having that, seeing it from that way, there's no way that you could do it wrong. And we both enjoyed our drinks and fellowshipped over our drinks. And as I said, I was like nudged just to go in some direction. And then I'm meeting people that I know. Now I'm sitting in front of the coffee house, enjoying our beverage ceremony. And out of the corner of my eye, I see a great friend of mine that I haven't seen since like 3 years, at least the pandemic, just out the corner of my eye, like, wow, I haven't seen you. This was perfect. I'm glad. Exactly. Yeah, but it was going to sure. Sure. So I also believed, I was at the perfect I was always in perfect timing to see exactly who I needed to see. A friend of mine who lives on the island, she's going back home to Kenya for the whole duration of the summer, and I caught her right in that transition phase. She leaves in maybe 2 weeks, and how perfect that was. And that reminder that when you take the chance, it's not like you're taking the chance, you're really just trusting. There's always guidance, but often we feel so smart that we tell the guidance, no, that's not what I'm going to do. That's crazy. Actually, it's not supposed to sound logical sometimes. But there's something that knows better than you. And when you decide to trust it, which means trusting yourself, life begins to open up in a different way. And even learning or being present that, oh, I just haven't been trusting myself. I always could, but there was a moment where I just stopped trusting myself. Cool, start again. Work towards it. It's not it's more towards like being present and seeing, and then just, okay, so what do I have to do to get there? Which is often taking the chance, trusting yourself. Whether it's intuition, whether it's a guiding spirit, whether it's a knowing, whether it's a feeling it, knowing it, tapping into it, acknowledging it, and going. It's supposed to be that easy. However, it's there's a reason why when we don't listen, the experience is a little bit different. So it's about listening and trusting and taking the chance. Just like my dice earrings. Roll them, Smokey. And while I was riding my bike, because, you know, I love riding my bike. Thank you for liking the live. I love, love, love. I love the sun on my skin and just really feeling free. Because sometimes restriction isn't, most of the time it's not physical. Restriction can be in your thinking. And because of that restriction of thought, it may have a domino effect on other parts of us. However, releasing restriction of things that don't serve you, that are outdated, that don't add to your life, allows freedom. Like, you can choose to feel not mad all the time. You do not have to feel mad all the time. Unless feeling angry all the time benefits you. If it benefits you, then yeah. However, if it's not garnering the results that you see for yourself, it may take a different part of you to renew itself. You gotta take the chance. You gotta take the chance. And buy something like that's a reminder. This is a constant reminder. Take the chance, take the chance. Listen, listen, listen. And when I do, everything does just go. It's all in perfect timing. But just trusting that. What takes us away from just trusting ourselves? Because feeling courage is such a beautiful it's just a immersive emotion. The courage to try, the courage to finish, the courage to just exist in your own way. I love the feeling of courage. It's like strength and confidence combined. And Courage is strength and confidence. Knowing that, well, I'm only competing against myself. However, doing something that was difficult for me. That sense of courage is an act of freedom and feels very free. It feels very free and alert and confident. And to be in that space all the time where you're confident in your choices, you're confident in your decisions. You don't second guess them because you're confident about everything that you do. Thank you. And it has, and even more is coming in. So thank you, Miss Frankie D. It's always filled with love and light. That's all it is over here. Thank you. And I speak of this like great expectation because I expect things to go well. I do. Why would I not? And on Saturday, when I was with my friend and her 3 young children who were the ages of 3, 5, and 8, and her sister who had 2 kids for the ages of 15 months and 3. Thank you. And we went to eat at this place here in Hawaii called Flatbread, like Maui Flatbread. Something flatbread. And in this part of the island of Hawaii where we were, it's somewhat touristy, but it's a cute little surfer beach town. It's very family friendly. So I had a head start because I was riding my bike from the beach to the restaurant, whereas they were in the SUV. So the sister who just relocated here within the past 90 days said, "Can you go in or call to make reservations?" Sure. However, it's me because you don't, there's going to be space. I just make the assumption. I do understand calling. However, in a space like Hawaii, that's not, it's so laid back that you just go. There's no benefit. It's actually neutral if you call because it's never going to be like a 3-hour wait. You just go. However, I always make that assumption. So I rode towards the restaurant. I locked up my bike, and of course I started talking, as I do. And as I was talking, the person in the parking lot where I was locking my bike, I randomly said, "Hey, can you provide me with like words to life? Because you're around me," which I guess would think that you're put in this space for a reason. So just offer me a positive word. And the gentleman said, "Oh, be sure," he said, "follow the light that you are, because you're a light." He said something like this. I said, "Wow, that's great." And he said, "Trust your heart. Trust your heart, not your head." I said, "Wow, thank you for those words. What's your name?" He said, "My name is Open Heart." I said, "Open Heart? Is this life like talking to me? Your name is Open Heart?" And the thing was, he was one of the chefs, or he cooked at the restaurant we were going to eat at. So I'm seeing all these things line up. Now, my friend's sister is driving over. She's driving over. She drives into the parking lot, she parks, and she sees me talking to Open Heart. I've locked up my bike at the bike rack, and she drives by. She rolls down the window and said, "Hey, did you call or did you make reservations? Did you see the wait?" I said, "No, I've been here talking the whole entire time. I haven't made any contact." And that's it. Like, no, I didn't. and it'll be perfectly fine. So she parked, and we got all the kids out because we had a total of 5. And so it's me, my friend, her younger sister, and 5 kids, all under the age of 8. And we walk into this flatbread restaurant, and she goes up to the podium to request a table. And I turned and I looked, and we had walked past a table that was prepared. There was already water at the table and the place setting. I said, huh. And as I turned around towards the podium, that's where the hostess was pointing us. She said, oh, we just had a cancellation. They aren't coming. So we have a table already prepared and set for your exact party. I said, you see, do you see how this is all panning out? Our table was prepared, and that's what I was reminded of. I'll prepare the table for you. I'll have the table prepared for you. The table was there for us. I made the assumption it was always going to work out. How it correlated, who knows? However, we walk in, there's a cancellation, quote unquote, cancellation, perfect table, waters and everything. We sit down. And my friend's sister said, wow, see, that's the least that can happen. I said, the least, it's all going great. Like, we walked in, the table's here. It's beautiful. If you happen to be aware of these little things that are happening. And at this restaurant, they bring crayons for the kids. And when they make a painting or a coloring with the crayons, they put it on the front of the menu. So every child has like their art displayed on the menu. And so the kids are getting to color and use this Play-Doh that they make out of flour. And it just was a perfect moment. It was perfect. Everything was perfect. And you being aware that things do work in our favor. However, I'm going to take the chance and just believe it always will. And we had a beautiful meal. Oh yeah, the meal was good. The flatbread was really good.
Oh, it's Curly here.
Hold on. Hold on.